All right, video from the greenhouse. This is early December. We got in the teens last night and had a couple of milk jugs that had, or old milk jugs had water in them, and sitting up on top of my shelf here, so they were close to the roof, and they had ice in them this morning. So we got pretty cold last night. The comfrey has perked back up. I wish I had taken a picture of it when it was laying flat, because every bit of the comfrey was literally laying flat and looked like it was sad. But now it's picking back up, and so things are going pretty good. Got a couple of mushrooms in here right now, but not many. I don't think they've liked the cold. We are much colder than normal for Georgia for this time of year. So, matter of fact, I remember a year, back in the kind of middle of the 80s, where we got into the teens and below in December, and a friend of mine and I were walking on a small river in the swamp that year, and he's a much heavier man than I, and we were walking and couldn't break the ice. We were walking actually on the water. Anyway, lettuce here, it's doing very, very well. I've got one up here that I'm planning on putting lettuce in, and my wife kept watering it and said, nothing's coming up. I said, there's nothing in it yet. So, cabbage, broccoli still looking really, really good. It was even the broccoli was laid down a little bit this morning when I came in here. We had close to half an inch of ice on the pool that my grandson plays in. And we are starting a new project, and my basil looked beautiful until this morning. But a little bit of an aquaponics project. My brother had some goldfish, and we've been looking at some aquaponics stuff, thinking about setting some stuff up. And he and I talk a lot, but somehow or another I didn't realize he was planning on setting some up. A little bit of an odd story with him sending me a picture of some stuff and wanting me to respond to what he had done. I misunderstood it, thinking I must have talked to him about doing an aquaponics system, and went over and talked to him a couple of days ago, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I get why you ignored me." So, anyway, like I said, my basil's looking pretty sad there. We got cold last night. My wife said it wasn't that bad. Also got water dripping off the roof real bad on my camera. That is rosemary, and we like rosemary quite a bit, and trying to root it and see how it will do. Basil is such an easy thing to root that I normally, just stick it in the ground or stick it in some water somewhere. So I was like, that's perfect. There's a little bit of a joke between my wife and I. Every time I watch a video on aquaponics, they show their basil, and I kind of laugh and talk about the fact that you can grow basil in aquaponics, and she's like, "Yeah, you told me that." So, but like I said, every time you see one, they got basil going. So we do like basil, and I'm planning on doing it. This tomato is looking a little sad. The one that was in here, we just went on ahead and pulled out. He's done. And I've got another one back here that's still looking okay. He's got a few leaves that are looking a little sad. So I don't quite know what to do. And I'm pretty sure that without heat, especially this year, I'm not going to be able to do anything in a greenhouse with tomatoes. If I bring in some heat next year, upgrade my greenhouse like I hope to, and bring in some heat next year or the year after, I think we can get somewhere, but I'm not sure. This is lettuce and spinach, and I planted 3 things in there. I don't remember the other, but lettuce and spinach is in there. So anyway, and I've got a couple of tubs with carrots in them, but they're not doing anything yet. Anyway, the comfrey has picked back up, so I'm probably gonna pick some and give it to the rabbits this morning. And just a bit of an update on the greenhouse. And the mushroom logs, like I said, there's a mushroom or 2. You can see one there, and there's another one over on the side, and a little tiny one on the end of that log. But the rest of them are kind of like, yeah, it's too cold for me. So we are colder than normal for Georgia for this time of year, and they keep predicting a cold winter. And sometimes when they predict a cold winter, they're right. So we'll see. I may be out here in the shirt sleeves in a couple of weeks. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and we'll be playing with the aquaponics stuff later. I've got another video I'm gonna attach to this during catching fish the other day, and that will attach it to that, and just call this the first of the aquaponics videos. So all right, I'll talk to you later. And if you like this sort of thing, I'd ask you to subscribe. Thank you.